Hi, this is Misha. This is just our first look at this firearm here. This is the WBP CG1 Polska from Atlantic Firearms. And this is just a first look, first impressions video. We're probably going to be playing with this quite a bit over the month of November, so we'll get back to you more on shooting and stuff, but yeah, first impressions. This is kind of their enhanced version of the original WBP Classic, and both are extremely similar. Now these guns are built in the USA by Atlantic Firearms Manufacturing using quite a bit of Polish parts kits. They start off, that is so going to roll somewhere. The receiver starts off as this. It's an 80% receiver shell, imported from Poland. As you see, the top is already folded in. The rails aren't in yet as it comes over. Magwell is already cut out for a double stack. Trigger hole is already cut. All that. We even already have the Magwell dimples and the XY stampings. But there's no pinholes. These are in no way finished. That's why they almost always come over with some corrosion, because it's just literally bare steel. They're not heat treated, so they still have some flex in them. And this is what Childers uses to make their receivers here. This is the same receiver finished out. They've added Polish selector markings and the 3 notches. Full auto notch is not full auto, it's just there for the look of it. They've done the rails welded in. As you can see, they use military spec welds, a little bit larger and beefier. Set on this side too. They've drilled the pinholes out, leaving the Y stamp for the cosmetic appearance. And of course rivets and all that. So that's where the Childers receiver begins, as a 80% brought over from Poland. To go with it, we use one of these barrels. This is also imported from Poland. This is made actually by FB. These shells are not made by FB. They're actually made by a subcontractor over there in Poland. But this is actually an FB-Radom barrel. It is cold hammer forged, chrome lined. It's imported is essentially a blank or a virgin. It does not have the there you go, guys. Does not have the gas port drilled. Does have the handguard retainer cuts, but nothing else. It's not threaded. A little bit oversized at the muzzle, just in case. Chamber is finished out though. So this is an original Polish barrel, and they were able to import these because they're in essentially sporter configuration. These get finished out over here. They thread the muzzle, 14x1 left hand. Install it in a WBP made trunnion. And most of the other parts are modern WBP made as well. Gas block, front sight, even the furniture, your bolt group, dust cover, trigger guard even. So it's about as Polish as you're going to get. The US parts count would be the receiver, the slant muzzle device, the Tapco G2 trigger. Is that a double hook? No, single hook. And this wood pistol grip made by Atlantic. So it's checkered wood, very nice grip. It's a little bit bigger than usual, which I think most people will like. It's very reminiscent of, say, an earlier Chinese Polytech wood grip. And we finish it off with the wood stock with the cleaning kit trapdoor. So that's there. We do have the sling swivel, front and back. Even has a cleaning rod under the barrel and bayonet lug. And just for this video, I put in it a magazine, flip it around so you can read it, also made by WBP. This is their modern mag. It's essentially patterned after the military Burrell mags, which are in 5.56, but this is in 7.62-39, of course. That's nice. We've been trying these mags out in several guns, and so far they've been working very well, and they're very affordable for what they are. I know that Arms of America has these. I'm not sure who else does. And we have a scope rail on the side as standard. So this is the kind of creation from this is kind of the deluxe. The original WBP Classic from them was very similar, except we were on a Morrissey receiver instead of a Childers, and we had a Bakelite pistol grip instead of wood. Other than that, really not a lot of difference, but the price difference isn't a huge amount either. This was mainly done for people wanting the Childers receiver and the Polish selector markings. Haven't had a chance to get out to the range with this yet because it just came in middle of the week, but I thought we'd just do a brief overview. Also on the table, just for comparison's sake, is a kit build, very similar process. This is an original 1967 dated kit, Polish. This one is on a Morrissey receiver, so it would be like the classic. And it's still, this one does have the same Radom, FB-Radom hammer forged barrel in it. And this was bought as a head-spaced kit from Arms of America. So I just thought I'd bring out an original, well, mostly original gun to show with this. These compare very favorably. They really are extremely similar. Even the reproduction furniture is very nicely done. The only small difference is the front sight base on this is the original milled type without the lightning cut in the back. This is the more modern cast type with the lightning cut. The gas blocks are basically exactly the same. Rear sight on the original has the lightning cut on the underside. The WP does not, of course. It's modern style. And the top covers are slightly different. If you notice, this one has more of a lip here than this one. So just a little bit different styling on the top covers here. Safeties are basically the same. Also, the WBP gun has the later bulged mag catch. This one has the earlier style straight. And of course, this has the early first pattern black red Polish grip. Poland really never did a wood grip on their AKM stamped guns, only on their AK Type 3s. But that's really getting in the nitpicky, because I mean, I'm very much the thing. And of course, the early guns were blued. These WBPs have a very nice, very even phosphate finish on them, which is definitely more rust resistant and more utilitarian. And to be fair, refurbished Polish guns would get the phosphate finish in military service anyway. So it's not, incorrect. Internally, they look about the same as well. And obviously, the original Polish AKMs did not have the scope rail, but again, that's something I'm glad they did, just for being able to add optics, because, a lot of people want to. So far, first impressions are very positive. It is a smooth gun, very light pull on that. Nice trigger as far as G2s go. Grip is extremely comfortable. Furniture is typical AK furniture. Everything fits tight. The dust cover has a little play, but everything else is quite tight and well done. Well, if you have any questions about the WBP CG1, please post them below and we'll do our best to answer them. And if we can, I'll pass it along to someone who probably can. If you like the video, please click like. And if you have not already subscribed and could, we'd really appreciate that too. Well, please tune in again soon for kind of part 2 in this as we take this out to the range to test for reliability. Then we'll do a later video on accuracy at long range and kind of final thoughts and things like that. So we have quite a few videos planned for this this WBP rifle. This is Misha, and we'll catch you next time.